Yo, what up, tutors? We're back for some more drafting, this time on Magic Online. The Vintage Cube has dropped, and so it is time to play some of this. Although, I've been noting on stream that, and this is true for the last year or two, man, they bring back Vintage Cubes so frequently. It used to be like only during the holiday season and maybe one other time, and now it just feels like it's back so consistently that, I don't know, it doesn't feel as much of a treat, and anytime I play it these days, I'm not as excited, I guess. But anyways, not to bring things down, just want to mention that I don't know how many Vintage Cubes I will be recording. We'll probably stick to mainly Arena Cube, but at least one Vintage Cube here as we open a Mox Pearl Pick 1 Pack 1. Demonic Tutor also pretty good. Yeah, can't really pass a Mox. I mean, I guess there's a world where you could argue that Demonic Tutor's the pick. But we'll just stick with the Mox here and see what we can do from there. Follow that up with maybe a Sneak Attack. At this point, it's kind of just become a meme. I do think, and I say this every time I see it, it is one of the better cards in the cube, though it doesn't always pan out. Archon of Cruelty for the Reanimate decks, fantastic. Scarab God, always good. You know, after taking Mox Pearl Pick 1 Pack 1, we could just force the Mono White aggro deck, too. The deck is, I think, the best aggro deck in the format, even better than Mono Red or whatever. The white deck just has enough of the early beaters plus interaction to slow your opponent down, like with cards Spellbinder, Thalia, Manatee, that type of thing. Yeah, overall power pick would be the Sneak Attack. You know what? I don't mind doing a little bit of aggro. Let's take this Spellbinder here and see if we can beat some people down. Swords to Plowshares, rather. I would take over Path to Exile, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Hero of Bladehold here over it instead. I know you can try to wheel this frequently, but I'd rather just cut off that creature signal for the white cards right now and just take it third. Ooh, okay. Well, now we're going to have to make another change of plans because this pack is garbage for the white deck. Could take like Savannah or whatever, but I think the strongest card here is just easy Reanimate. This is not a bad sign to see at fourth pick, so maybe if we start seeing the correct pieces for that, you know, this becomes a thing instead. I don't mind making a pivot this early if it's just incorrect to be doing something, you know? And yeah, not much in the way of the white cards. You could consider Armageddon, I suppose. It is decent in the mono-white aggro deck, but it's not something that you generally want to take this early. If we wanted to stay truly open, I would probably just take the Pack Rat. Pretty good in the Reanimate style deck. And just overall win con on its own. In addition to being good synergy with Reanimate. This pick is close, I think. I guess because we already have quite a few white cards, it makes more sense to take the Armageddon, but like I said before, I am not locked into any allegiance with it, so take it, but just as easily will pitch it if the right card comes around. Okay, Porcelain Legionnaire here, Tundra's a good pickup. Prowler would be fine for the Reanimate, but now I think we can just take the Porcelain Legionnaire and be happy with it. Solitude's also insane. But I think we just got to go with the cheaper card here. Oh yeah, for sure. Now we get a nice little Blade Splicer over Lingering Souls. And we are right back where I wanted to be. Perfect. Stoneforge Mystic this early is a good pickup. That is to say, in pack 1 in general. This is actually pretty late. This is, what, 8th pick. But that means any equipment that we see later on is just going to be kind of nice. Hearse here for the sideboard. Good pickup for opposing decks that want to do stuff with Graveyard. We wield the Usher of the Fallen. Very nice. Wield the Path, too. Could be taking Portal is better than Path. But I guess we'll just take the good removal spell there. I'm not sure if Elspeth is what we want. Swift Reconfiguration is like an okay removal spell in a pinch. It might actually be better than Path. Can't see Savannah doing anything. I'll probably just take this for the sideboard of the creature-based decks. Same thing here. I don't think we want Elesh Norn, but Toski, a consideration for a splash, for sure. All right, that was actually a pretty good pack one. After opening Mox Pearl, we fell into the white deck. There was an opening for potential reanimate, but it seems like this was the correct place to go. As we open a Mother of Runes, pick one of pack 2. Other good cards would be what? Winter Orb here, Chrome Mox would be fine, a Shrine for potential splashing. But yeah, this is just easy. Easy Mother of Runes, and then probably end up wheeling the Winter Orb would be my guess. Good start. Pick number 2 of the second pack gives us either Spectral Procession, Flooded Strand, or Karakas. And I think Karakas is just an easy slam dunk. You'd be surprised at how much work this card can do. Just a lot of random big legendary creatures in the format, but also some smaller ones, like you can bounce Raphaelos and whatnot, stuff like that. Furthermore, if I'm not wheeling Spectral Procession, that's probably a bad sign anyway, so easy Karakas and plan on wheeling the Spectral. Pick 3 now. Ooh, Palace Jailer. Man, Monarch is so insane. But so is Strip Mine here. This is kind of rough. I'm expecting to wheel the Vryn, so I'm not even going to note that, but it's Strip Mine versus Palace Jailer, and I'm not sure what is correct. Oh, man. I think it's got to be Palace Jailer. Like, if you're an aggressive deck like I'm trying to be, it's going to be pretty easy for you to take advantage of the Palace Jailer. Remember, your opponent has to become the or rather, they have to, become the Monarch to get their creature back. So, oftentimes the Jailer can just win the game. Because if they just kill the Palace Jailer, they don't get their creature back if you've eaten it. Yeah, this is a tough pick, but I'll take the Jailer over the Strip Mine. Another solid pack here. I'm going to take the Giver of Runes over Gideon, I think. And I would expect to wheel either the Gideon or this Mishra's Factory. But the cheap creatures are a little bit too good here. Easy Adversary over O-Ring. I've never been huge on O-Ring as a removal spell in this format. Just too many ways to kill enchantments that make it kind of weak, scary almost. So let's do that. Selfless Spirit here over 6 mana Elspeth. Very, very nice. Still on the hunt for some equipment for the Stoneforge Mystic as well, but still another full pack 3 to go after this one, assuming we don't get it here. Let's see. Winds of Abandon and Ephemerate. This actually isn't the worst Ephemerate deck. We have Jailer, Splicer, Spellbinder, Adversary. This is just like a bad path to exile. Okay, I might try the Ephemerate. We'll see. Okay, perfect. There it is, a sword. Ah, that's the least effective one, I think. Sword of Body and Mind. Maybe Flicker Wisp is better here than taking the Sword of Body and Mind and just plan on getting better equipment in pack 3. Because similar to Ephemerate, we have some good targets for Flicker Wisp. I think this is close. Oh, but fine. If I take the Sword of Body and Mind here, it makes the Stoneforge Mystic immediately playable, so we'll go ahead and do that. Winter Orb versus Horizon Canopy, both good. I guess the land might be a little bit better. Free roll land that turns into a spell later on. As expected, Procession on the wheel. Vryn Wingmare on the wheel. Perfect. Yeah, this is going well. Gideon and the Factory on the wheel as well. Let's see, I'm at 17 playables. I guess we can probably cut those. Factory does a lot of work. But I guess a 3-mana Planeswalker that is also a 4/4 is just too good. All right. And yeah, that's only pack 2, so we get to be really, really selective with what we get in pack 3. More utility lands would be good. And honestly, you just want to fill out like our 1-drops and 2-drops because we already have plenty of 3s and 4s. So let's see what we open here. Mox Diamond is interesting. I guess Wandering Emperor is one of the 4 drops I would take. Scrounger here was one of the reasons to be taking some of those random black-white lands too, notably. Avacyn, Emperor, Silent Clearing, Scrounger, Parallax Wave, Mox Diamond. I mean, all these things are considerations. I'd rather keep my curve lower, though, which is why I kind of want to take the Scrounger here over the Emperor. This seems weird, but when I have, like, Armageddon, I think this might be right. Revoker, Disenchant, Specialist is okay. Or we could take Library of Alexandria. People often say that this isn't good in your aggro decks, whether it be like white or red. I just think that's not true, though, because if you do have this in your opening hand, yeah, you might be playing off curve a turn, but you're also drawing 2 cards every turn, so I definitely don't mind taking that. Apparition here over Golem, I think, makes sense. Although, again, I'm still looking for 1s and 2s more than anything. Yeah, so Student of Warfare here looks good. Sorry, Jace. Sorry, Mesa. Good, good, good. Cathar Commando, also another fantastic 2-drop. Yeah. Don't need any of these wheels. That's fine. Batterskull now, too. Okay, I mean, would I rather run Batterskull than Sword of Body and Mind? Or I could just run both? Passing Mutavault here. Nice pack. I think I'm going to put the Batterskull in the sideboard and then probably sideboard it in versus like a more aggressive deck. This is an interesting pack, man. We got Skull Clamp, Adonto, Silverblade, Metamorph, all really solid. For the Clamp, I have, what, Spectral Procession and then any of my normal 1 toughness creatures, which there are quite a few. But Adonto is just such a good 2-drop. I don't know what's right here, but I think I'm going to go with the creature. No, I'm going to take the Clamp. Okay, I mean, I have the Mystic as well, so that makes sense. Hey, and Athalia is a nice little gift here. A lot of red cards been going around, but that doesn't matter. Okay, did wheel all of the white cards. So which one do we want? Or do we want just to take the clearing? I think we're okay taking Emperor. Sideboard Disenchant looks good. Do we want to run 16 lands here? Or 17? Lodestone Golem's also kind of nice. It's a sideboard card for like Storm. I think we can get away with 16 lands in this deck, or rather 15 lands and Mox Pearl. Maybe I cut the Path to Exile. I guess if I wheel the Mutavault, I'll run 17 lands. Does Arid Mesa do anything? No, right? We have no use. Like, the thinning is negligible and we don't have a reason to shuffle or whatever, so sideboard Oust. And some last few pickups that don't matter. Wow, okay, we got the Adonto back. That'll replace the Path then. Last pick Adonto, nice. Because that was the card I took, or rather I passed Skull Clamp for, so now I don't have to feel bad at all. Yeah, easy deck building, just put 12 planes in. So 15 lands, Mox Pearl. With this low curve. Looks good. All right, let's mono white our way to victory here in the Vintage Cube. Go to round 1. And here we are for round 1 of this Vintage Cube draft. We have won the die roll, and ooh la la, we have an opening hand Mox Pearl. Pretty good overall draw, it looks like. Turn 1 Adonto Vanguard on the play. Seems nice. Versus a blue deck with Ponder. I think for curve purposes, unless we draw something else, we're going to just go ahead and run out the adversary on turn 2. Oh? Okay. Surprised they're running that out with nothing to do with it. Ah, maybe that's a better play now. Yeah, okay, so let's attack with Adanto for 3. And then we can play out the Student of Warfare and just level it up twice. Two, 4. So I have 2 ways to go about this. I could just play the adversary out and smack for 8, or I could go Hero of Bladehold. And I guess I should have attacked first, because they'll block the Adanto. I'll pay 4, and they still take 3. I'll trade 4 damage for 3 damage all day. I can't imagine this card is all that good in Cube. But maybe I just haven't been utilizing it correctly. Okay. Ooh, that hurts. That was going to be a beating next turn. But if they don't deal with the Hero of Bladehold, they're already going to have a huge problem, so. Like, we can just go level up all the way. Combat. Yeah, if my hero gets to attack like this, then that's probably game over. Forced to chump the Student of Warfare and take, what, 11 damage or something? So now they can't even have a Toxic Deluge. Damnation doesn't work because of the Adanto Vanguard. That is what we call a beating. All right, so blue, black, and not much info. Seeing they have an Urza Saga, I could bring in Disenchant. We also saw Mox from them. Is that what we want to do, though? Maybe we can play the Disenchant over Scrounger. Well, we can try that. I don't think I need to make any sideboarding if I don't want to, but we'll try this out. Okay, game 2 here, and we have another Mox Pearl opening hand. Hopefully they don't have Inquisition for it. Turn 1 Time Walk. Okay, nice. And there's their Saga. Jeez. They are doing things. I'm going to go with the turn 1, or I guess, yeah, my turn 1 Porcelain Legionnaire. We just need to draw a couple of lands. That Saga is going to start going off. Or maybe Disenchant off the top or something if we don't find land. Oh, man, we're probably going to have to fire that off here. So I'm going to attack for 3. And then I think I'm going to clamp my own Legionnaire. Because I really can't afford to miss land drops. And the guess is that they're just going to spend their next turn making a token again. So let's do this. Oh, and just like that, game's basically over. Did not find a land. Okay, it looks like the Emerald is their only hit for the Saga, though. So silver lining there, I suppose. There's the land. Is it too late? I'm going to play out the Spellbinder, which can trade with a token and also gives us some info. Yeah, they have a Custody Lich, so we need to take that. Pretty easy trade here for us. Since that's not a Mishra's Factory, we don't have to worry about them animating in response. All right, Kaito, draw a card, probably. Yeah. And there's their Peatland. And they drew a Shade, sure. So let's go Mother of Runes here. Actually, they have Typhoon Island and one unknown, right? They didn't play an island last turn, did they? They played their Peatland. Okay, actually, let's play out the Hero of Bladehold. This stops both of their creatures, and if they don't deal with this, then it's gonna put them way out of range, or put us way out of range. And they drew a downfall for the turn, of course. So remember, they still have the Custody Lich 2 that they can potentially cast next turn. So I think here we have to go Mother of Runes plus Spectral. And decide if we want to eat one of our Spirit tokens this turn. I don't think we do. I think we want to keep all of them as blockers. Bazaar of Baghdad? What on earth? Are they actually Reanimator and they just haven't drawn any Reanimator shenanigans? I guess so. They discarded Necromancy. Huh. I'll reanimate Moldrifter. That's cute. Block here. And I think we'll take the 2. Okay. So I guess let's Palace Jailer the Construct. Ah, they have Venser to bounce it. Yeah, alright, that's going to be good enough then. Good draws on their side. Don't think we can win this one anymore. We might have had a small chance, but we bricked on that one land one turn, and then we just fell too far behind. This looks like a good matchup, though, for us, provided they don't have too many good reanimate targets. Like, remember, this was turn 1 Time Walk, turn 2 Saga, so... Okay. We can protect the Mother of Runes, but they get to drain me and take a peek at my hand, so that's going to be good enough. Good beats. After seeing that, do we want to bring anything in? I guess we can bring in the hearse then. And maybe take out the Sword of Body and Mind versus the Mill. Bring in the Batterskull. That all seems decent. It didn't look like Disenchant was all that good. Oh, no. That's good enough, actually. Maybe take out, like, the Vryn. Didn't seem all that good versus them. Okay. Go like this for game 3. We'll be on the play this time. Ooh. I'm going to give this a shot, although it is very slow. Ideally, we draw something to do on turn 2, or they give us a disenchant target immediately. They played out Suspended Vision, okay. Damn. Well, they get to take either my... I guess they're taking Gideon here. It's too bad. So the question is, do we want to just run out the apparition then? Guess probably not, especially since they have like Kaito and whatnot. Damn. Oh, that Inquisition really hurt us. And they're about to draw 3 extra cards when that vision pops off. That is a strange play. Okay, I think they forgot I could disenchant. And I get to do this before it adds mana too. That's a huge blowout. Holy smokes. They didn't have counters last game. I'm just going to hold open the Wandering Emperor. Oh, they had a Venser. That's actually wrong. That's fine too. If they attack, that's a big mistake, right? I can just exile it. Yeah, I mean, not that they have a better option, but this is pretty good for us. Let's take a peek at their hand, I guess. Sower of Temptation, that's an easy hit. And then we can play out the Student of Warfare. We don't really care if they spend 2 mana to equip. So Custody Lich, Murktide Regent. And now 4 unknowns. We have to save the apparition for the Sower of Temptation now. Alright, they're just going to Regent as a 5/5. I'm okay with that. And they are going to attack. Sure. Okay, how do we beat that how do we beat that Murktide Regent? I guess eating the sword might be right now with the apparition. Okay. Blade Splicer's not garbage. We can go Blade Splicer. I mean, do I care if they... I guess I have to, huh? I guess we pump here, equip here, say go. It's going to be pretty bad for us if they drew a cheap removal spell and they get to equip. All right, I'm fine with this because we get to draw 2 cards. Batterskull. Kaito? Okay. Ooh, that's interesting. So I think they forgot I get to exile their tapped creature here. I don't know if they forgot about that or what. But I feel like Armageddon probably just wins now. Okay. Well, I think they made a big boo-boo. I guess if they discard a fatty, because we know they have Reanimate in their deck somewhere, but... I'm going to play it a little bit cautiously here and go ahead and attack the Kaito down so that they don't get to loot anymore. Yep, there's their animate, as expected. Bouncing the token is fine. So we want to eat the animate dead, because that makes the Venser still die. And this way, they only get a 2/2 if they kill my apparition. Okay. So they have a Custody Lich and one unknown card in their hand, 2 now. We do have lethal next turn, though. Cycle Shark Typhoon. Alright, now we do not have lethal anymore, right? But we do force them to chump. Okay. Good luck. If we don't force them to chump, they can equip the sword and untap their manas. All right. That game went on a little bit longer than I thought, but we did pull it off there. And yeah, nice little 1-0. Let's go next. On to round number 2 we go with our mono-white aggro deck. And that is a pretty juicy looking opening play. Obviously much better with some mocks to power out, but can't really complain about a 1-2-3 curve out. Versus Bayou, turn 1. Uh-oh, what do you got? Blood Chief's Thirst, the Giver of Runes, that's fine. Immediately just play out the Stoneforge. And I'll go ahead and grab the skull, Sword of Body and Mind over the Skull Clamp. Good old Sultai here. Utopia Sprawl, okay. Into a Jace, interesting. Well, I think I'm gonna Skyclave Apparition Jace. Leave them with their Sprawl. We just drew Armageddon anyways. Pro green and blue seems like it's going to be pretty good versus this opponent. Into a Grist. Okay, well, if we draw land, we get to do some business. Did not draw land, dang it. So, I guess we're going to attack Grist for 2 with the token. And then go Mother of Runes pass with sword available. It's too bad. That was a really, really good turn to have drawn a land to be able to activate. Yeah. So they're going to kill my creature here. I guess they have to kill Mother of Runes? I don't know. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh well, we got rid of Grist that way, so it wasn't the end of the world. Elder Gargaroth. Yikes. That is indeed a problem. Gideon Blackblade. Well, I guess we can go for the mill out then. Pro green and blue still very strong here, obviously. Soul Ring, Command, Mox. Damn, they've got some good ones too, huh? Well, if they can't deal with the Sword of Body in Mind, we do win this race. And they drew Maelstrom Pulse for my sword. All right. That is unfortunate. So what do we have in the board? We want to bring in like Swift Reconfiguration, maybe Oust. We need to draw our path, I guess. One drop's not going to cut it. I mean, they have no cards in their hand, so I guess we're just going to level up the Student of Warfare twice and then play out our Usher. Okay. All right. And if they drew a removal spell in the 2 cards that they just drew, then so be it. They get me good, but... Good. All right. Gargaroth down, and we didn't have to trade too much for it. And they've got nothing, so I think the best play here is to actually get the Gideon online. And start upticking for loyalty. It's also a 4-4 for what that's worth. Man, really, I want to draw a freaking land so I can Armageddon. Wow, they have another Mox? They have 2 Mox and Soul Ring. What the heck? And they drew Scarab God. Are you kidding? Absolutely unreal. So they can get back Grist, they can get back Gargaroth, they can get back my creatures. Holy smokes. Well, I guess I'm just going to chump then. It's much too late now. If we had that a turn sooner, we probably end up winning here. Because now if I Wrath, they just have the Gargaroth and whatnot, you know? But I can't win either way. I mean, the token's only a 4-4, so I could, like, chump. No, that's not good enough. Yeah, I think we don't even show them any more information. I think we just concede here. Wow. Okay, but their deck looks very, very beatable. Just Sultai stuff. Oh, we don't have Path in our deck. Okay, so there we go. Let's bring in these 2. Armageddon actually looks really bad versus Soul Ring and 2 Mox, but it would have been good there had we drawn it a little bit earlier. So Path in, Reconfiguration in. I guess we can cut the Scrounger. Basically, that game was draw our 4th land and win very easily, or brick and don't, and we bricked for way too many turns. We got stuck on 3, so good beats. Let's go to the next. Okay, on to game 2 of round 2. Ooh, and we are on the play with a turn 1 Usher. So this is what I was talking about, that we're going to be playing off curve a little bit, whereas I'd be able to go like turn 1 Usher, turn 2 Stoneforge. We're going to go turn 1 Library here, and then start drawing extra cards. There's their Sprawl again. So draw, then we go land Usher. Yeah. Not great. There's Grist. Apparition can deal with Grist, so that's good. All right, let's go ahead and attack For 2, I don't mind trading here. And then go ahead and Stoneforge, grab the sword. Hoping they don't have Gargaroth this turn, of course. Alright, they don't have double green though, so they can't. Thirst for discovery, sure, that's fine. So we're going to draw up to 8, play land, draw, Skyclave, eat the grist, and might as well smack in for 1. All right, there's their second green source. Do they have it? Of course they do. So we need to find one of our ways to exile there or get rid of it. Ah, that works out very well. Okay. Forgot we had Palace Jailer in the deck as well. That's good. And I'm actually going to sit back here to preserve the Monarch. So we have to discard. Let's discard the Vryn. I think we want to keep all the lands. Remember, they only can get their creature back by taking Monarch. All right, Ewit, their Soul Ring, yeah. 3 cards in hand. That's not too bad. Okay, 2 cards left. So we'll go land, draw. Let's go ahead and put the sword out. Equip. Mill them for 10, grab a 2/2. Go ahead and play out our Mother of Runes, and then draw an extra card from Monarch. All right, this is going very well. Yeah, they can't fetch even. They might have wanted the Ewit to go to the graveyard, but I didn't want to give them Monarch. Alright, Maelstrom Pulse the Sword, that's fine. They only have 1 card left. They fetch, maybe pop the Grove. Oh, what is their last card? Well, it's something big. Hydroid Krasis for 4. Okay, that's fine. So what can we do here? We have access to 7 mana. Our Mother of Runes is active though. I guess the safest play is probably to get the Selfless Spirit online. Let's go ahead and draw Spirit and Hero. Say go. I assume they're just going to sack the Grove. Oh, Vraska, okay. Well, we can give that pro green. And that means we can still block the Krasis. Although the Krasis does trample, but if they steal Monarch, it's only until... Well, I guess they do get back their Gargaroth when they steal the Monarch. Maybe they mess up, though. Maybe they don't attack with Krasis this turn. Alright, so they get back their Uro here. Sure. They're also overdrawing, so if they do take the Monarch from me, they could very easily deck. Okay, they're not going to do it. There's our Pearl. Let's see. Can I win this turn? I send everything at them. They can go block, block, block. They're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not quite. So this might just be hand up central. Let's take a peek at what they got going on first, I suppose. Okay, those don't matter. I mean, maybe they have like an upheaval they can get me with, but they still only have 4 cards in their deck. Oh, there's the Scarab God. Okay, I'm going to need to start doing some digging here. Let's see. Are they dead if they make this attack? I just don't block. I could double block and keep one of my creatures alive with Mother of Runes. I guess I might as well soak up 1 trample damage. No, I don't even think we're blocking with the others, though. So I take 4 trample, they get the Monarch, they get back their Gargaroth. They draw a card at end of turn. That's good. Okay. Can I kill them this turn somehow? If I get rid of the Worm Coil, they still have this to potentially gain 3. Oh, I guess they could crew the Worm Coil. I could reconfigure the Worm Coil after they block with it. That's kind of interesting too. So say I attack with everything, they go back up to 21 here. They have 4 blockers. It's time to do some math. They block 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is still 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I don't think it's quite good enough. Let's see. I think you can do that, right? If they block with a creature and then I swift reconfigure it, it's not a creature anymore, I think. Well, maybe I start by playing out Porcelain Legionnaire and skull clamping it to draw a couple of cards. See if we find path. Okay, well, that makes that easy. Yeah, so now I think we can path the Worm Coil. And then reconfigure the Gargaroth, and that should be more than lethal. And then I can crew, or not crew, equip one of these randoms. So they should crew the oh, they missed it. They should crew the Gargaroth there and then gain 3 life, but this should be more than enough, I'm guessing. Can't imagine it's not. Yeah, so even if they had gained the 3 life, that was easy lethal. Okay. So they have like a couple relevant creatures and everything else doesn't matter. I mean, maybe I'm supposed to bring in Disenchant when they have so many freaking like Soul Ring and Mox, but thing is, these are a lot worse when they're going to be on the play, you know? But I guess it can still hit some other things. Actually doesn't look like the Vryn has, or is very good versus them. It just has flying. Oust is also kind of interesting versus them, I think. Just some more ways to clear their fat creatures. Thalia, I guess, can also come out on the draw. Okay, game 3. Maybe we can get a Mox opener. Hey, what? Wow. And a library opener as well. This hand is very good. Do they have the Utopia Sprawl again? No, they just have... Ay, ay, ay. Okay, well, gross, but what are you going to do? Our start is pretty damn good as well, I should say. Yeah, we've had Mystic every game, so that's been clutch. Oh, is this memory? Yeah, okay. That's also a pretty good curve out for them. Well, if they have like Scarab God here or Gargaroth, we're going to have a bad time. Oh, they didn't kill my Stoneforge. They must have another removal spell. Yeah, Vraska. Makes sense. Alright, so kill both my creatures. I get to play Blade Splicer and draw a card here. That's a good draw. Play land, draw a card. Oh, we can also... Oh, maybe that's just better. Let's get rid of the Vraska for sure, instead of hitting like their Sapphire. I think hitting Sapphire is also kind of interesting, but hitting the immediate Planeswalker threat makes sense. There's the Scarab God. Yay. Jumping for joy. Need to find path now. Because if I reconfigure that, they still get to use the ability. Well, I guess we just play a bunch of flyers out. Pass turn. They don't really have any good targets right now, right? It's just my Student of Warfare and Stoneforge Mystic. Oh, looks like they are going to go. So they're probably wanting the Scry then if they're doing this. Or maybe they do have a... Did they have an equipment? No, they're just getting the Student. Okay. So yeah, their hand must be pretty bad for them to make that play. It's so awkward to sort of body and mind, though. Because again, if I mill them, I could mill one of their relevant threats. And then Scarab God would get it back. Yikes. Not much I can do about that. Okay. So I take 5 here. I don't think we reconfigure. Yep, I take 5. Need to find Oust or Path. Ideally Path. Those aren't it. So it actually saves me life to block the Scarab God with a Danto and then pay 4. Oh, no attacks. Okay, they're playing very cautiously. Interesting. Come on, sword. Or path, rather. It's not good either. They know I have this sword in my hand, which is why they didn't attack. I mean, I guess I run it out, but I don't equip it or anything. So they get to eat the Mystic from my graveyard now. Oh, what is, oh, they're going to memory. That makes sense too. Oh, gross, gross, gross. Scarab Jeezy, too good. Eternal Witness. Blech. Getting back Maelstrom Pulse. I guess they're going to just play it safe and kill the sword. That's fine. I can level up the Student of Warfare again as well, with the carry added. Yep, no surprise there. Oh, it turns back into a 3/3. Oh, that's funny. They neutered it. They made it worse. In fact, now I can trade with my golem token here. That's funny. Okay, let's see. Do we want to end of turn reconfigure the Scarab God? And then start smashing? No, we want to wait. Need to draw path. Path? Jeez. Yeah, just gonna get individually killed by that one card. And like I cannot really block the E-Wit, because if it dies and they get to reanimate that, you know? Uh-oh, this is not good. There's the Worm Coil, sure. Signature. So let's see. What happens if we kill that? We need to draw exactly the path the next turn. We might be able to win this. It might actually be correct to block that. But I guess I'll go ahead and take a hit for this turn. Come on, where is it, please? Holy smokes. Can't catch a break. Let's hold the land in our hand, I think. In case I need to disenchant plus reconfigure here. I brought an Oust too. Man, Oust would have been good enough as well. So they're killing my Mox and they're killing my Mother of Ruins. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. And now they can get Mother of Ruins. Alright, let's reconfigure now. Take another 2. Alright, gotta draw it this turn. Oh, they draw Krasis? Fatal Krasis? Looks like it. So we have... Our out is drawing like exactly Oust into path off of library. Okay, there's one. Oust? Can we hit it? Clamp. Oh, you know what? That's not necessarily bad. That digs a lot. There's the Oust. Beautiful. Okay. Path the Scarab God. Oust the Krasis. Smack all. They need to 5 crew that, and I can still kill it if they do. Okay, let's turn on the gas. Have we sculpted this game into a position we might be able to win? It's possible. They might have forgotten about their waterlogged grove, too. Oh, well, that redraws their Krasis, sadly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh. Palace Jailer's going to do a lot of work here as well. But they're gaining 5 life back, I think. No, they're getting 4 life back. 11. So they're going to crew the worm coil. Oh, no, they're not. Oh, they're scared. Oh, interesting. Okay, hold up. I guess they figured that the Krasis itself is going to be lethal. Let's see, we have 7, 8 mana. I guess we draw. Jail the Krasis. Oh, they didn't crew in response. They didn't crew in response. What are they doing? What on earth just happened here? I'm so confused. Okay, I'm going to go to 4. They go back to 8. I have to pass and hold open. The Wandering Emperor is a good answer to the Worm Coil if they crew it too. What just happened this game? This is crazy. And there's the Gargaroth. Jace doesn't matter. Oh, actually, no. Jace can hit Maelstrom Pulse and whatnot. There's Grist. Uro. Okay. Well, maybe we're back to dead, huh? I think I've used all my ways to deal with their fat creatures. The Gargaroth having Vigilance, for example, kind of ruins us. And I can't draw... Oh my gosh, wait, that bounces Jace. Okay, well, let's start off by looking at their hand, I guess. Alright, those are all bricks. Good. Karakas. Bounce the Jace. Pass. This is still winnable. If they make a mistake, I can flash in the Wandering Emperor and give one of our other creatures first strike and then double block with first strike. Yeah, that's fine. So Wall of Roots, Utopia Sprawl, and only one unknown card. I wonder if they're going to use Grist and kill one of my creatures. That would be the fear here. They didn't. That wins us then, right? Let's see what they choose. Alright, they're going to make a 3/3. Exalted. Block here, block here. Make sure that this gives a 1/1 counter in first strike. It does. Wandering Emperor. First strike and 1/1 counter on our Spellbinder. First strike kills the Gargaroth. Beautiful. There's their wall, yeah. Alright, I guess they're going to kill my Spellbinder. Oh, they're going to kill the Wandering Emperor. Sure, that's fine. Okay, we draw. We go Gideon. We give... Let's see. Hey, they scooped! Oh my gosh, we did it. Holy crap, what a freaking game. I don't know how we did that. That If that didn't show you the power of Library of Alexandria, I don't know what does. Holy smokes. We were only in that because we were drawing so many extra cards a turn. Like, they had Scarab God and what else going, and we were able to fight through it. Like, it took us forever to find our path to exile and oust, and when we did, we were able to overwhelm them. Holy smokes, what a game. That's the best game with a mono white deck I think I've played. Man, exciting. Let's go to round 3. Okay, off to the third and final round after that crazy intense round number 2. On the draw here, sadly. Ooh, with a turn 1 Sacred Foundry. I don't like that. Are they maybe red-white aggro? We'll find out in a second. They are indeed with a turn 1 Figure of Destiny. So we just have to play out the Mother of Runes and hope they don't have a removal spell for it immediately, but that might be a big ask, given that they are indeed playing red. Yep, no blocks here, obviously. If I get to untap with the Mother of Runes, I won't feel too bad about our spot. Light up a stage pass. Okay, that wasn't that bad. And now we'll play out a 3-1 lifelinker and say go. Mother of Runes might wreck them here. I've always said that the mono-white aggro decks are the best in the format. Are they better than a red-white aggro deck? I don't know. We'll find out. We have a lot of good sideboard options, right? Yeah, Reconfigure is good. Path, Oust, Batterskull. Absolutely. There's their Bomat Courier that they hit off the light up the stage. Ooh, no attacks. That's kind of strange. Apparition's a good hit here. I'm going to hold the Caracas because they might get incentivized to play out a legendary that we can just bounce later without them knowing that we have the Caracas available. So I guess we're trading here, and I think that's okay. I'll trade the adversary for the Bomat Courier. Remember, this Mother of Runes doesn't give protection from colorless like the Giver of Runes does. And then I'm just going to follow up with the Blade Splicer. They can't turn the figure into a 4/4 end of turn. And they can't really attack, because if I block, they'd have to pump up, and then I would just give pro red or white or whatever. So I'm going to probably save the Apparition for, things like Hero of Bladehold or a Planeswalker. That type of thing, methinks. Man, they're in such an awkward spot. Yeah, they just pass here. Armageddon. Oh, baby. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and nug the Figure of Destiny now with the Skyclave Apparition, because presumably they've just passed to turn that into a 4/4. And the best part about eating the figure is that if they do kill my Apparition, they only get a 1/1 token as a result, so... Yeah, this is absolutely devastating for them. If they don't do something big here, we're just going to slam the Armageddon and laugh. Good old Mother of Runes. Oh, Wasteland on Caracas. Okay. So be it. Sure. Non-targeted removal. Good beats. Alright, let's go ahead and attack, see if they have a burn spell or something. If they just take it, then we're going to fire off the Armageddon. Alright, and that should clean things up. Even if they do have a removal spell in response, we're still left with a better board than what anything they can do. Perfect. All right, so Scrounger out, Sword out, Batterskull in, Path in, Oust in. O-Ring probably not bad, but I think we want Swift Reconfigure more. Need to cut some of these irrelevance. Armageddon probably comes out on the draw. Skull Clamp can stay. I guess Vrin, Wingmare rather, can come out. Nice. All right, looks good. Make those swaps, and we will go to game 2. Okay, on to game 2 here of the third and final round. We are on the draw here with an okay hand, though. Ah, they have turn 1 Mother. Well, that could be a problem. So, how do we combat that? Do we oust turn 1? Or do we just play Selfless Spirit turn 1 and then Spectral Procession turn 2 and just try to kill him in the air? I think that probably makes a little bit more sense. Uh-oh. Oh, are they going to kill my Pearl? I'm okay with that. That wasn't that bad. They used 2 resources to get rid of 1. Sure. We actually drew the Path as well, so we can go for the Oust into Path to get rid of the Mother in a pinch. Okay. So I'm just going to attack with the Spirit here and then go for the Spectral Procession. The other line of play is to attack with the Adanto. They block and use the ability, and then I Path in response. But since we can just make 3 1/1 flyers here, I think that's a little bit better. Yep, and now we can all out attack next turn. Oh, they're not even going to block. Well, that works too. This might be a quick one. If they just go land pass trying to Avacyn, we have the Crocus to get them as well. All right. Well, that wasn't nearly as exciting or thrilling as our second round, but that was a pretty clean round number 3. And hey, we'll take it. Classic mono white aggro here in the Vintage Cube. Mox Pearl, our pick 1, pack 1. Library of Alexandria, super, super good, obviously. And then just a lot of the good cards. So good stuff there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that little 3-0. And yeah, hit that like and subscribe button. I will see you back tomorrow for some more.